What's going on? What's going on? We're back with another vlog. Today it's another work vlog. So we're gonna go down and crack into some hedges down the coast, move around a statue and set up another statue, fix a piece of timber, trim down a hedge and hedge it all up. Today's the day that old Slugger Doug didn't pull through. He was supposed to be helping me today, but he called me yesterday afternoon and realised he double booked himself. So he's gone to play golf. Damn, I wish I was going to play golf, not cutting hedges right now. But Sky's pulled through and she's going to help me today. Let's see how we go. I'll see you when we're looking at yous. You ring. Crocs. Just your Crocs. Oh gosh. I got my Crocs on too. We're here. Ha ha ha. Time to get the day started. You know how it is. Sugar free, baby. Sugar free. Sugar is the enemy. Lovely. All right, get my boots on and get the old Crocs off. Booties on, mate. Get on there. Chuck this up there. Alright. Yep. Chuck this off there. Oh gosh.
What do you want out of the back of the meat?
We need the hedger and a few other bits and pieces. I'll come back there in a sec. Put this here. Alright, I'll give you a little rundown on what we're doing. This is the monstrosity of a hedge that we're attacking today. So we're going to tidy it up, trim all the long bits off the face of it and across the top here, and then from here, all this top bit, we're gonna cut along. I'm gonna get the recipo saw out, try and get up as high as I can on the ladder, and we're gonna cut this down to the same, roughly around the same height as this, but not just straight across all the way. We're going to go across and then start to taper up and let it go back to its natural size just there. But trim all this back as well. This here is struggling a bit in there. It's probably just getting suffocated, I'd say. But there's not much we can do about that. Hopefully taking the top of this off here actually gives it a bit more sunlight and a bit more freedom to do its thing. But that is the GO for today. That's what we're up to. I'll go down here and get all the gear out of the ute and we'll get started. You. Hedges. I'll head back and I'll get the saw. I don't know how I'm going to start, whether I'll just start by ripping the tops off or if I'm going to start just trying to tidy up the hedge. I'll probably rip the tops off, to be honest. That might be one of the bigger parts of the job. There's also a few bits and pieces we're going to do while we're here, which I'll show you as we go. That should be all I need. Get my drink. We'll grab that lead out so we can start chucking stuff in the trailer. Another day, let's go. Sip my drink here. How am I going to attack this? I need to get up here and assess this. I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Haha. Oh, you need to probably, grab that. This is going to be a bit harsh. It's going to look harsh to the plant, but this is what is necessary to let a bit more light through to the yard, because all the other plants are struggling. This thing's just taking all the sunlight out, shadowing the entire inside of the yard there. So it might seem a bit harsh, but it's got to be done, and it's what's wanted to be done. It's what they're after, and that's what we'll do. Getting covered down there or what? How you feeling?
Good.
Nice. I'll try not to drop anything too heavy on your head.
I'm more worried about the spiders, but anyway.
Okay, so this is proving to be a lot more challenging than expected. Although I did know it was going to be a challenge. I don't know whether the footage gives this justice, the size of this hedge. This thing is a monstrosity of a hedge. I'm taking like maybe 1.5 meters off the top of it, and that's still not even bringing it down, still not bringing it down low enough to be at the same height as the rest of it here. So like I'm trying to get it down as close as I can to this. That's where you can probably see I'm climbing up there, and I'm trying to work along the outside of the top here to try and give it that curve. It's you know, it's going to be a bit rough until we tidy it all up, because we're just hacking at it at the moment, trying to get it down. So yeah, I'm taking like maybe 1.5 meters off the top, and that's still not low enough. What I'm going to have to do now is, that's probably all I can reach from here. I do have an extender pole, but it's just the branches are too thick. I need to get in close enough to hit it with the recipo saw. So I've had a quick look around the side here, and I think the goal, or the plan of attack is now going to be to get in from this side of the garden. I'm going to see if I can set the ladder up in here somewhere safely, or as best as I can, or even if I need to sort of climb up in the bushes here a bit to get in and hit these. This is where we want to let sunlight in through here, just so the rest of this yard can stop suffering as much. We'll trim down like here, and all this section, and try and get it down as low as we can to the same as the rest of the hedge here. So it's going to kind of go like this, and then instead of having like a straight step, well, however it ends up being, but I want to try and have it so it goes like that, and then just follows kind of like the gradient of the ground as the ground comes up. But yeah, what we're going to do now is try and get in here to hack at the back of these bigger branches, and hopefully from the outside you start to notice a bit more of a difference, and it will start letting that sunlight in here. Yeah, bit of a challenge, big day. This is, check this out, it's fruiting. Lily pillies. There's fruit all over it. I didn't realise this was the time of the year that they fruited. Maybe they fruit multiple times, but I thought they fruited through the warmer times, but I guess I'm wrong because it's covered in fruit right now. Look at it, there's fruit everywhere. Anyway, I'll set you up over here and move the ladder and stuff around here, and we'll get into it. See what I'm looking at is. We are doing our best to not trample all the garden. It's a really fairly well established garden with some nice plants and stuff in there, and she loves her garden, so obviously we're trying to take as much care as possible, but we also need to be able to work in there to reach. So some things are getting stepped on, non-intentional. It's kind of unavoidable. You misplace a step, you got to step backwards, you might step on something. But we've done pretty good, I reckon. All in all, that still looks great, right? And mate, we have hacked a lot of that top stuff. we have brought heaps down, heaps and heaps. That was easy, 1.5 meters or 1.8 higher some parts of the branches, and we've brought it right down. So that's letting, you can see already, like that's letting in so much more light to the yard. And you can see what I was trying to say, like there's the top of that hedge there. This we're not touching, that's just staying as is. That's like a beautiful like ornamental looking, it's kind of like a little centerpiece, right? But the hedge behind, we've tried to do our best to not put a big step in it, but it comes along, and then, I mean, I've still got to try to shape it up as best I can with the hedge art. Also, it's going to look a bit sticky, like real branchy in that, because we've just really harshly chopped it down. So it'll take a little while of growth to thicken back up, but we'll go and tidy it all up now. But that's probably the angle we're looking for there, and as we get to the corner of the house, it just goes back to its natural growth. And then we'll tidy up all the face of it. We're going to go around now and just hit all the hedges, trim them up so they're not all gangly looking. And even here, I'll probably neaten up a little bit of this here, but not too much, because we don't want this natural garden theme here to look really hedged. You still want it to have that natural growth look, right? Like a bit of a rainforesty type. But on the outside where you can see from the street, we're going to try and hedge it all in so it looks nice and neat and well maintained. You is what it is, my guys. I'll see you when we're looking at you. We'll be back. Damn, that type of work is humbling. It reminds me to be grateful, because it's a killer getting up and down that ladder and just holding the tools all day long and everything like that. So it is a reminder to be happy where you are, because my shoulders are cooked, but we're hooking in now. We've got a good chunk of that done, and that is starting to look a lot better. We're still got to do up inside the driveway and everything like that. The hedges up in the driveway, and hey, look, she's not perfect, but we had to hook in and cut a lot of it out. It was wild. So we'll just get it as good as we can, and looking way, way better than what it was, and letting a heck of a lot more sunlight in there. So beautiful. Let's go. Time to move over to the driveway side now, and we'll start trimming all that up. I'll show you that now. But that's a big hedge, man. Like, that's a giant A-frame ladder, and it's a struggle to reach it all. So we'll tidy all this up here along the top of that, bring it all back in nice and neat. Same with this bush here. And then a couple of other little odd jobs, bits and bobs. We're gonna fix up a bit of timber and move a statue and whatnot around. And we're good to go, mate. I'm going to set the camera up over here now and bring all the tools around and hook into this bit. See when I'm looking at you. Sweaty! That was a monster of a job. But we got through it. It's all trimmed up as neat as we can get it with the tools we have and everything like that, and how overgrown it was. That's it there. Still just got to do the tidy up. Although Sky's been going through as I'm going, and she has been tidying up as well. So she's got a good chunk of it already done. Beautiful, beautiful. Way better. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Like that, instead of just a real sharp upturn, it I tried to kind of make it do that, you know? And that's looking much, much better. And then, like I said, as we get to there, where like across here where the edge of balcony is, then that section there I've just let it go natural into the rest of it, because the rest of it's all really big and natural. And then here we've just shaped it as best we could. Beautiful. Alrighty. Sky's going to do the tidy up now, and I'm going to head out the back here and do a couple of other little bits and pieces, and we'll be on our way. Beautiful. See what I'm looking at ya. Choo! Oh, cheers for watching and sticking along for the journey. The daily vlogs, mate, they'll keep coming. Hopefully I keep you entertained and you enjoy them. Gives you something to watch in your spare time. See you. Out the back here, I'm just going to level out this ground here just for a paver. I think I'm going to put 2 pavers there stacked, level that out so it's not sitting on a slant. And she wants us to put this tower, the tower here at the back, that one, it's going to go over on that. And Mr. Buddha, who's super heavy, old Slugger Doug was meant to be here today. He was going to help me lift it. I can't lift that on my own, and I don't know how I'll go with me and Sky doing it together. We'll probably end up injuring ourselves, so that's meant to go. It's going to end up going over there where, see, there's a fence panel there that's left a different colour. It's going to sit in front of that, like that panel's been left or touched up as that colour to act, I guess, like a bit of a feature. And then Mr. Buddha is going to sit there. But here's the fence that we did a while back in one of the previous videos. The fence, the retaining wall and everything like that. We masked all that up and sprayed and everything. And that was a bit of a challenging job, but we got through it. And it looks mad now. Looks real good. She's had all the landscapers come in and they've put turf and put all these plants and bark and everything in. These are eventually going to spread as a ground cover and they will drape down over the wall. Bit of a filler. And these are beautiful too. Don't ask me what they are. I'm not that type of guy, right? Anyway. Looking the goods. Much better. Instead of looking like a prison yard, it's looking like a wonderful oasis where you would want to sit, read a book, and enjoy, right? Beautiful. I will see yous in a moment when I'm going to dig this ground out and level out this paver. See what I'm looking at ya. So I have no idea how this thing stacks up. So all I'm going to do, I just walk back over here to grab these, what I thought were the last few pieces. But when I look down there behind that hose there, there's a whole heap stacked there. So I'm just going to move everything over there and hopefully she's not here at the moment. So if she gets back here before we're done tidying up and before we leave, then I'll stack it all up. But I'll just at least get it all over there next to the flat area, next to those pavers. And if we don't get to stack it for her, at least it's there. She doesn't have to carry it all over there. But I have no idea how it goes. I've got no idea. The pieces all clip together. It's like a bit of a puzzle, I guess. And I don't know. But yeah, I'll get it. That's what I'm going to do. I'll get it all over there. Ew. the job is done. I am absolutely dusted. I got no energy left. I had a very horrible sleep last night. So today was just completed on hopes and dreams and caffeine. And we did it. We're back home now. That's done. The trailer's still loaded. I'll get to the tip tomorrow and unload that. But I am sitting down for a mad feed of curried sausages and rice. Bit of salt and pep, Celtic salt by the way, with homegrown rosemary in there, dried out rosemary. Celtic salt and mixed in with, I think it's Himalayan salt mixed in, Celtic and Himalayan. Just your standard pepper, mate. Ew, not a bad lunch, get it in, yeah, what? Nah, that's it, man. That's the end of today. I'll see you on the next one. See when I'm looking at ya. Wait, just quickly, does anybody like froth tomato sauce on their curry sausages? Or just about any sort of curry dish that you can do? Slaps with tomato sauce. If you haven't done it, give it a crack. You.